My dear viewers, hello and welcome to a new episode of our program Culture Magazine. This is a special episode on the holy month of Ramadan.
أهو جه يا ولاد هيصوا يا ولاد أهو جه يا ولاد صلوا يا ولاد في كل عام وأيامه معاك وعمره ما بيخلفش معاك في كل عام وأيامه معاك وعمره ما بيخلفش معاك
أهو جه يا ولاد أهو جه يا ولاد
أهو جه يا ولاد
أهو جه يا ولاد أهو جه يا ولاد
أهو جه يا ولاد
Under the auspices of the Minister of Culture, Dr. Ines Abdidaim, and on the occasion of the celebration of the holy month of Ramadan, the activities at the spiritual shrines or Ramadan nights are launched based on the desire of the masses to reach the popular neighborhoods, including Sayyida Zainab neighborhood, specifically the Sinari House for Culture and Arts of the Biblioteca Alexandrina, to present the nights with the vision of the creative artist Intisar Abdel Fattah, the founder of the caravan during Ramadan. These activities come in the presence of the president of the Biblioteca Alexandrina, the intellectualist Dr. Mustafa Al-Fiqi, and a large number of intellectuals, creators, and media professionals, as well as ensembles for chanting and spiritual music. These all come in addition to various religious chanters and folk musicians from different parts of the Islamic world. It is worth mentioning that the number of troops participating in the Ramadan Nights of Spiritual Shrines is 22 of the most important distinguished troops in the Islamic world from the cultures of Indonesia, Syria, Bangladesh, Palestine, and Egypt. Dr. Mustafa Al-Fiqi said that these Ramadan nights are very special because they are implemented by the creative pioneering artist, which is Intisar Abdel Fattah, and they are held in Beit Sinari in the Sayyida Zainab neighborhood. He added that this is the neighborhood in which he always felt the fragrance of history, the smell of heritage, and the spirit of the holy month of Ramadan. Al-Fiqi stressed that the Biblioteca Alexandrina embraces all kinds of refined and purposeful art from all cultures, as art is the only universal language that teaches the minds and hearts of all. Intisar Abdel Fattah, the founder of the Nights, pointed to its importance in supporting spiritual values associated with the concepts of goodness, peace, love, optimism, and joy, which all enhance relations between people through art, achieving more compatibility and getting to know different cultures, as well as preserving the authentic Egyptian heritage stemming from the heart of the Egyptian society. The activities of the spiritual Ramadan Nights of Shrines performed at the ancient house of Yekan with the vision of the artist Intisar Abdel Fattah whose activities are held during Ramadan. The convoy of Ramadan nights then moves to the Hussein neighborhood in the Dome of Al Ghuri, also during Ramadan, to present the traditional rituals of Ramadan. The Dome of Al Ghuri is affiliated with the Cultural Development Fund under the auspices of Dr. Ines Abdedaim, the Minister of Culture, to present a group of special performances in the art of listening and chanting in a new way, in addition to the classical and a cappella ensemble during Ramadan.
Each Islamic place and Islamic houses in Egypt has its own story. Let's watch the following story.
Al Ghuri complex was built between the years 1503 and 1505. This huge complex consists of a khanqa, mausoleum, sabil kutab, mosque and madrasa. And is located at the Fahamin quarter, Al-Mu'izz al-Din Allah Street in Cairo. The structure lies on both sides of Al-Mu'izz al-Din Allah Street. The funerary complex has a remarkable layout as a double architectural composition with blocks straddling Main Street in the heart of medieval Cairo. There are two blocks, the western consisting of a mosque with its minaret, and the eastern one is a funerary complex consisting of a mausoleum, a hall called khanqa, a maq'ad, a graveyard and a sabil. Both buildings are built above shops, connected to markets stretching along the side street. To provide shade for the street, a wooden roof links the buildings. Although the dome and the minaret are separated by the street, they were conceived as a single, harmonious composition and were united by blue ceramic decoration. The facades of the complex are not adjusted to the street alignment. They rather follow the orientation of the two sides of the complex. This creates a square and is semi-enclosed at the north end by the projection of the Sabil Quttan of the mausoleum, and at the south end by the projection of the minaret of the madrasa. The facades of the two buildings are not identical, however. They have similar features such as the high relief carving running along their upper walls. The portal recesses have marble paneling in dots of black and white. The columns at the corner of the mosque have capitals of Coptic and Byzantine styles, indicating that the Mamluk craftsmen were imitating pre-Islamic designs. The main facade of the funerary compound is panelled with recesses crowned with a rectangular muqarnas crest, including windows of various shapes. The main facade of the funerary compound is panelled with recesses crowned with a rectangular muqarnas crest, including windows of various shapes. The main portal leads to an unusual vestibule with two opposite entrances, the one on the right-hand side leading to the mausoleum and the other to the khanqa.
The Cairo Opera House has its own program and very special program during the holy month of Ramadan.
The Arabic Music Institute in Cairo celebrated the Welcome Ramadan Nights, presenting the Syrian ensemble the Abu Sha'ar Brothers with a beautiful performance that enriched the night with religious chanting, heart calming, and the sensation of every spiritual vibe.
نحن اليوم الحمد لله نحتفل ونحتفي ونجتمع بهذه الليلة المباركة على مسرح يحمل من العراقة ما يحمل معهد الموسيقى العربية.
In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful, and prayers and peace be upon our Master Muhammad, the crown of all the prophets and messengers, and upon his family and all his companions. Today we are celebrating and gathered in this blessed night on one of the most authentic and prestigious theaters at the Arabian Music Institute, and under the auspices of the Ministry of Culture and under the patronage of the Cairo Opera House. We prepared a lot of spiritual chanting and poems specially for Ramadan. May we ask God to blow us with the whiffs of goodness and peace in this holy month. And finally, on behalf of our troop, all the Syrians and all the chanters around the world, we congratulate Egypt for her leading role as the capital of Islamic culture.
رمضان له طعم خاص في جميع البلدان العربية، سوريا ومصر. مصر تحسها مهرجان مصر، مهرجان رمضان.
Welcome and allow me to welcome myself in my beloved Egypt. Well, Ramadan has special taste in all of the Arabian countries, even whether in Syria or in Egypt. Yet in Egypt, it is such a huge celebration. It is considered as festival or feast that has its own criteria. Generally, we use the spiritual bath that includes Sufi chanting and spiritual lines, which can suit children, youth, and all generations. Yet Ramadan requires special preparations, which is welcomed with great cheering because it is a very special once-a-year occasion. Ramadan should be talking about the whole day and special preparations, and also we take some quotes by the Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him, where we convert them into chanting poems in which we benefit the audience and us too.
وسلامي زاد كربي
month of Ramadan is a month that all Muslims wait from year to year to recharge their souls with kindness, prayers, and good deeds, not to mention the generosity of this month. Shuruq Bikir, Cultural Magazine.
The camera of our program is always keen and is always going after the cultural events that is taking place in the holy month of Ramadan.
Within the framework of the artistic and cultural celebrations held by the Cultural Development Fund sector in its creativity centers during the blessed month of Ramadan, and within the celebrations of Cairo, the capital of Islamic Culture 2022, a concert was held for the chanter and vocalist Amir Touni and his band, the Malawiya, at Prince Taus Palace in the Khalifa district in Old Cairo. El Touni and his band presented a group of Sufi songs and chants that suited the spiritual atmosphere through a group of Sufi poems by great poets who enriched the Sufi life with deep meanings and symbols that carried many meanings of love and peace for the world, such as Ibn al-Farid, Ibn Arabi, Al-Sahrawardi, Al-Hallaj, Abu Maydan al-Ghawth, and others, including متى يا حبيب القلب عيني لغير جمالكم لا تنظر يا مليحة قد تجلى وبرقت سعاد and نارها في أضلعي.
فرقة المولوية المصرية بنحاول من خلالها إحياء التراث الصوفي، وده جزء أصيل من ثقافتنا العربية وثقافتنا المصرية.
Dr. Amir Touni, founder of Mawlawiya Sufi Ensemble, where we try through our ensemble to revive our Sufi heritage, which is an authentic part of our culture. And through that, we present the Sufism as a cultural product for the local, the regional, and the international audiences through some poems by ancient poets whom were known for their lovable tongue and tender talk, such as Jalal al-Din al-Rumi, Rabi' al-Adawiyya, Ibn al-Farid, Al-Sahrawardi, and Abu Madian al-Ghawth. And then we change these poems into musical melodies that suits nowadays. And of course, Egypt is known for its cultural and art products, which are so diverse and wide. Actually, I've been raised in the atmosphere of Dhikr, and I was raised in one of Upper Egypt's towns in Minya, where the way we celebrate was whether through Dhikr, praise or chanting, and then we wanted to take this heritage to an academic and professional level, so we studied also in the Academy of Arts, until we are now a real partners in many international festivals and singing festivals in many parts of the world, such as India, Morocco, and many, many more. Even we are making workshops with the Swiss government to create a new merge between the Sufi culture and the European one. The Sufi night depends on multiple participations from the diversity of Sufi art and its cultures, and looks at the first part of the chanting in its different forms and its different review of religious chant, old and new, and the way it's performed to present Sufi stories and praise the Messenger Muhammad, peace be upon him. The second part of the concert depended on spiritual and Sufi music, where the Mawlawiya and the Sufi Tanura show, and its development for showing Tanura and some Sufi performances such as El Hadra, Praise, and Dhikr, where the Sufi nights receives different, varied, and multiple participations for all.
Well, with this, my dear viewers, we come to the end of this episode of our program Culture Magazine, during which we've brought you a special episode on the holy month of Ramadan.